and then it went offline, and then it played back the last like 3 seconds of the video. It still says tester feed.
That's pretty funny. Alright, it's back up again, by the way.
Okay. Good.
So yes, 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna look under special here, and you got that's like hat special. It's gonna show up, or maybe hairstyle special, and then after that is like pudding special.
Pudding. Special pudding.
So you collect enough dog tags, you get more hairstyles, and if you beat the game, Snake gets some great pudding. I don't actually know what this is. Is that a Mario hat? I doubt it, but this is a GameCube game.
Yeah. I mean, they put Yoshi in the Ninja Fight arena.
Yeah, hey, before we make it to Psycho Mantis, should I go ahead and trick this into me having a Mario Sunshine save? What other thing does he talk about?
I think he has one for, what was that other Silicon Knights game?
Oh, is it Eternal Darkness?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go through the fucking effort to download that game and get a fucking... Or actually, I don't need to download it, I would just need to go to save. Hey, Konami and Nintendo, I own this game. And I own a GameCube. Get off my back, please. Just saying this right now. Alright. I think we've wasted... Well, not wasted. We've given people enough time. Let's fucking get going.
Let's do this.
The year 2020. Funny to see that on a GameCube game.
Right.
Alright. Jesus, my eyes. So, what I'm gonna start with, I don't even really need it. It's a codec call.
Snake, be careful. There are Claymore mines around there. Use a mine detector.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
We're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby?
Listen, there's a tank in front of your position waiting to ambush you.
Who are you anyway?
One of your fans.
I just think it's really funny, just like, the guy from Watergate, and he's like, fucking forget it.
Right.
It's so funny. I'm taking these. These are mine. Get it? I didn't do that on purpose. I don't really want those ones on the right, which will be my undoing later when I forget about them. No, no, Snake, do not. Don't attach to the wall. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just turn around.
At this point, yeah, I hate when Snake gets stuck
Yeah, it's
and you
rough.
have to turn him around. He's just...
There's a cutscene now.
Hmm?
Go ahead and mute yourself while we're watching these.
This is Raven's territory.
Good.
Snakes don't belong in Alaska. I will not let you pass. Send him a message. That's right. You belong on the ground. You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Come, let's fight.
I'm closing it at the end and like, calm, let's fight, and then oh right, I gotta get this part. Alright. We gotta pretend like I don't know what I'm doing. So Campbell, help me.
Snake, look out for that tank's main gun. It'll pulverize you. There should be some way. Ask Nastasha. She knows everything there is to know about weapon systems. Her frequency is 141.52.
Alright, he told me to fuck off and ask Nastasha. So I'm doing that.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure
First
to
time we've
work
called
with you,
her.
Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned.
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon. The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake.
I love how they chewed the fat and did not talk at all about the problem. So I'm gonna call her again right now.
That M1 tank is equipped with advanced Victronics. Once it locks on to a target, it automatically tracks it, and its main gun is effective up to 3,000 meters. To get close, you'll have to confuse its tracking system. Use your chaff. If you can jam the system and get close enough, it won't be able to use its main gun. Use your chaff at a long distance to fool its electronic systems.
Alright, let's see what Miller has to say. Where is he? He doesn't give a shit. Meryl, I know you're green and all. Do you have any advice?
I think you might be able to fool the tank's electronic systems with a chaff grenade.
I really loved the sound effects for her putting the shit back on. Alright, I think it's free for you to come back in. It's gameplay time.
Awesome.
Alright. Fuck already! And he just comes out to laugh at me. I don't think that's very fair. All I did was just walk out a little bit. Okay, no. Shit.
Still tracking you.
Yeah, I know.
Dodge roll.
Iruma, it's not gonna work to fucking backseat game me in the past. So just go ahead and stop now. Can I get up?
Oh, I forgot about those gratings.
Yeah, that shit feels new for sure, cause couldn't have that in the new. Couldn't have that in the original. This is such a stupid idea for a boss fight also. Okay, we're done. Not a stun grenade. A regular hurdy grenade. Sorry, a regular proper lethal grenade, not like a fucking stun grenade. This is still the first gunner, so he's got the HP of a fucking champion.
Jeez.
not
like
go
in the
in?
original.
Okay.
Like in the original, it would just take.
Yeah, I made
I
a
feel like
mistake
it would
there.
take just one.
Uh huh. Yeah, I feel like for each dude it was one.
Hmm.
So now I need it. I still have enough of the goods. I was like, oh shit, I might need more stuff. Oh no. Oh, I died. I'm gonna keep my rations equipped now because that happened faster than I expected.
Snake! Snake!
Can you still disable the tank treads with claymores or C4 in this one?
I probably can.
I mean, that would be really risky with how fast it moves, but
I mean, I think with a claymore it would make more sense at least.
I love it.
Oh come on, I touched it. It's just kind of weird that they didn't even consider that a thing to advise. Be like, hey, have you tried this maybe? Wow, the tank's running away from me. I think Snake didn't want to put it down. This is goofy now.
Oh my god!
Well, I mean, it's not even targeted on me, so I might as well just. Hey, pal. Okay, man, going through these inventories again. It's a little tough.
Very different era.
I still love them, but it is a lot slower. Would it fucking? Okay, yeah. But Snake that way, no.
Oh, there it is. You got him.
Yeah, it's just it is so awkward to get shit. What is happening?
Oh!
He's not tossing it up high enough. I don't remember if this version just lets me fucking shoot these guys in the face, cause like I can aim there.
It does.
Okay, he finally actually sunk one in. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to not shoot him yet, because I need more tap. But at least I got this shit disabled mostly. Could you pop out so that Snake can... He didn't do it. Okay, so I can't be too close. But I accidentally disabled a tread there. You know, I'm not appreciating this boss fight very much, but it's still better than whatever the fuck they gave us for Metal Gear Solid 5. That only did that much damage. Damn it.
God, it really is finicky, isn't it?
It's enormously finicky. There we go. Iruma, I have a problem. Every time I use the... God damn it, he didn't get fucking hurt because he's... Every time I use the chaff, I can't see where the tank is anymore on the radar. And I don't know what to do. Picking up more fucking grenades and shit, because I need them. No, not magazines.
What are you talking about? You could throw a magazine down the barrel. Oh, that's got him.
Yeah, we didn't cutscene.
Boss, is this all right? Just giving him the card like that.
We'll play with him a little longer.
You would be wise not to underestimate him.
What did you think of him?
He is just as you said. He lives and breathes combat just like you. I would expect no less from your...
You see, I told you so, but I will kill him.
General Ivan, I hear that you lost your arm and ran away home.
Watch your tongue, shaman.
In the language of the Sioux people, Sioux means snake. It is known as an animal to be feared.
Well, Snake is mine now. When I meet him next, I'll take special care of him. Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
Same prediction as always.
Yes, the raven on my head. It thirsts for his blood.
Okay, we've escaped cutscene town. I'm leaving first because I want to get shit. Go ahead and fill me in with your thoughts that you actually typed out.
So, an M1's probably not going to get disabled by one claymore or even several. I'm really impressed that that guy flew as far as he did. that to me is amazing.
I really enjoy how fucking funny this version is.
Right.
Which I don't know if that's what they tried for, but I think a lot of this shit is just really, really, really funny.
Oh yeah, no.
I think that
you're
last
not
bit
laughing.
there with the fucking Snake just punching the dude on fire is just like that's comedy. That has to be comedy.
Oh, for sure.
But moments where Meryl's fucking shooting her assault rifle like a fucking mad woman, I don't think are played for comedy, but nowadays, now that we don't have the amazing, or now that we're looking at these graphics and not thinking like, wow, the future, we can look at it and just be like, what the fuck are you doing? Alright, I'm certain to be called in like 2 seconds here. But we'll
Yeah, at
see.
least
I'll
as
let
soon
you
as
know.
you reach this bottom door.
Yep. So that they can tell me I can't do things. But I'm American, damn it. I should be allowed to do things that endanger others just by existing or being a piece of shit.
My favorite thing to do was to snipe from the ramp before getting underneath the door. But you can't do that in this version.
No, which is... It makes sense, because they're like... The nano machine, so even now I can't be like, what the fuck, I can't do it yet? Alright, a call starting.
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't be able to, Colonel.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten? That's where they keep the nuclear warheads. Can't you see them?
Yeah, there's lots of boxes piled up in here, but are they all warheads?
Yes, they're all dismantled warheads.
They just leave them here? It's like President Baker said, totally careless.
They're working on a limited budget. They try to put on a pretty face for the media, but this is the grim reality of it. Nastasha knows lots more about it than I do. Her frequency is 141.52.
All of the warheads in those boxes have had their detonation mechanisms removed, so there's no fear of them exploding. But if the warheads are broken, they might leak plutonium, and that would be a serious problem.
Snake, never use your weapon on that floor.
Really funny that they tell me you're not allowed to use your weapon, don't use your weapon. By the way, we're forcing you not to be able to use your weapon. So don't even think about it. And then they distribute bullets like a jerk.
Right. Oh, there's that camera. God, I used to get screwed up here all the time.
Fucking honeycomb. There we go. Yeah, I had a really good time here on the PlayStation version earlier this year. I don't anticipate a repeat of that. But we'll see. So please do not come further this direction. I am in his way. I'm going for the kill. I wanna after that boss fight. Well, in a moment, come on. God, Snake is angry. This is why people shouldn't be allowed to learn to murder. Okay, is there shit down there? Should we call Nastasha, be like, what's up with nukes?
Yeah, go ahead and call her.
Alright, I'm gonna do that right now.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned.
Why are they having... Okay, I gotta interrupt. I have already called you, lady.
I am also a military analyst.
I think this is a repeat. Let's try again.
Snake, that is a nuclear warhead storage area.
Are all of these filled with nuclear warheads?
Yes, but their detonation mechanisms have been removed.
So I don't have to worry about this island turning into a pile of smoking rubble.
No, but if the casing is damaged, they may be leaking nuclear materials. Please, make sure you do not use your gun around there.
Wow, they're like, if you want to call Nastasha to get some information, go ahead. And she's just like, yeah, don't do that thing they said for you not to do. Oops. Hey, Rim, I have a question.
I have an answer.
How do you get dog tags here? Can you?
I think you have to choke them out, but not kill them, and then pick up the bodies and drop them.
Oh, and shake them? Okay.
Yeah.
Because normally that is not allowed. Gotta hold a motherfucker up. Isn't it really fucking funny that holding people up in Metal Gear Solid 5, telling them to get on the ground, and then they're just incapacitated for pretty much ever?
Yeah, unless someone comes up to them.
Yeah, but if you do that to every single person in a camp, they're just like, we lost.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Nobody thinks to get up at that point.
Yeah.
Not even one, really.
This dude's having a time. I'll just leave him to it. It would be rude to murder a man mid-piss. That almost could have been horrible for me. Oh, it's gonna be horrible for him.
Who is that?
Ow.
Oh, there's magazines in there.
Yeah, I want it. You just sleep now. I always consider a victory as long as they don't get to call anybody. Even if
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me, man? Go to sleep. Jesus. Everybody needs to use the restroom. Get the fucking hell out of here, buddy. They won't let you use the urinals, which is a shame, but Snake sure can do this. Oh, and the mirrors are all broken, so you don't have the... Why'd they break the mirrors?
Probably accounting for the GameCube's memory limitations.
No, no, I meant in fiction. Why did these men break these mirrors?
Because they don't want to stare themselves in the face and see a murderer staring back at them.
Shit, you're right. Alright, I got the Nikita. You know, playing this game after after Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. I probably played 3 before this one also. It was strange to me just that I spent so many years not having experienced any version of Metal Gear Solid 1 and then just being like, oh! Wow, yeah, they did just take everything from Metal Gear Solid 1 and just like redo it more or less, but you know, just like in a completely different setting.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's such a fucking intensive leap ahead for from like the PlayStation to PlayStation 2 that I'm just like, yeah, you're allowed, I feel. Okay, so I think I actually gotta go down, right? I gotta find...
I think so at this point.
I gotta find the good Dr. Emmerich.
Man, the Emmerich family is so fucked up.
They really are.
I remember when I first played through Peace Walker, because that's when Emmerich of any sort is really introduced, and it's just the same guy with a different name, and he can't walk for some reason.
Right. I'm gonna fuck with him. Because I forgot you could do that. Am I allowed to?
I think if you just tap.
I'm trying. He doesn't care.
Huh. You can screw with the president in Metal Gear Solid 2, though.
Yeah, I remember that. Where's Oh wait, I don't think I have any more. C4. I was gonna see if... Well, I have plenty of grenades. Maybe he'll freak out if I throw a grenade. No! He just doesn't give a shit. Yeah, tell me more about the Emmerichs while I do this fucking Nikita shit.
It's like, this guy, you know, despite peeing his pants and being kind of cowardly, it's like, okay, not everybody in real life is as hard as they think they are.
I'm
when
sorry,
bullets start flying. Uh-oh.
Snake, watch out. That place is filled with gas. Also, the floor is electrified. First, destroy the high-voltage switch. It's the switchboard on the northwest wall.
But how? I can't reach it.
Use a remote-controlled missile.
Okay, we're back.
Right on.
I do... The fucking camera pans and zooms and shit with those sound effects are so gratuitous. Oh shit, I gotta use chaff and stuff. I forgot about that part. So, good old Emmerich family.
Yeah, the Emmerich family doesn't have a good time. Because you meet this guy, and he's, you know, alright. He's not, like, a badass or nothing, but, you know, he gets stuff done.
I forgot
Right, just-
that using chaff actually disables it.
Well, you have enough Nikita missiles at least.
Yeah, this is just much harder than it is in the fucking PlayStation version because I don't have an overhead view. I have the missiles view, and I don't know which way the cameras are looking at until it reaches them. So, as far as I can tell, the only view I get is of the mini-map to the left there.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. Try
And-
shooting the missile at the camera in the far corner there.
I can't angle it, unfortunately, but we'll see if it... Hopefully it'll splash and, like, break it. I have no idea if that did what I wanted it to do, but we'll find out. I think it's... No! Oh, come on. Just a little bit more. Okay, I got it.
Nice.
I have no idea if that was luck. It was probably luck.
No, you're... Even in the original, you were supposed to use the boost that the rockets naturally turn on.
Yeah, but you're able to see where the cameras are looking, so you can at least move them around a bit to adjust for it.
Right.
But this go around, they're like, no. But I mean, at least I can do this without wasting like a shitload of chaff. I'm going back.
But yeah, back to Emmerich real fast. So this guy, you know, he's not a badass, but friendly enough. He's a coward with a heart. You know, he realizes he needs to do the right thing, and he does it. All right. And he sort of grows into this role where he is the only real human contact that Snake has. And then life just shits on him. Metal Gear Solid 2 is just basically make Hal Emmerich cry, the video game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Not even because I dislike him, but just because it's just such a spectacle how much the suffering is.
He's just like, oh! he can't handle it.
It's so... I don't want to laugh at it, but it's hard not to sometimes. Especially by 4.
Yeah, my favorite part about 4 is when he's wailing, why does this always happen to me?
I remember... I don't know which video essayist or whatever it was, if it was Matthew Matosis or if it was, I think it was Matthew Matosis, but it might have been Bunny Hop, but they cut together some footage where, you know, he starts by going like, alright, I'm not gonna cry anymore, no more tears. And then, what's her, Naomi dies. And, you know, this is after Naomi dies, and he sees, like, the last bit of footage that she left behind.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking goes, but, like, oh man, I wish I found the gas mask sooner before I was going for the further areas, but I'm dumb. But yeah, that's just really fucking funny to see those two scenes put together.
Right.
But for
But
like, poor
Hal
guy.
Emmerich, not a bad guy. You know, he does what needs to be done. Okay. But then you meet his father, and it,
Oh,
like
yeah.
at first it's like,
We're
well,
in
the guy
cutscene.
seems. Uh-oh.
Take this! It's a ghost.
So we just concluded watching a visual representation of Huey Emmerich's life.
Pretty much, yeah.
That man is an assist trophy in Super Smash Bros. But they won't let him do this to those characters. They won't even let him do this to Snake. So we're probably gonna enter more and more cutscene land. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna go
no,
through this
this-
door.
I'm ready.
Stealth camouflage? Who are you?
Where is my friend?
What? What are you talking about? Oh, what next?
Snake.
Hey, you're that ninja.
I've been waiting for you, Snake.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor friend. I am back from a world where such words are meaningless. I've removed all obstacles. Now you and I will battle to the death.
What do you want?
Oh, I've waited a long time for this day. Now I want to enjoy this moment.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I've come from another world to battle with you.
What is it? Revenge?
It is nothing so trivial as revenge. A fight to the death with you. Only in that can my soul find respite. I will kill you, or you will kill me. It makes no difference.
hands off him.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
All right. Oh, he's already there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some codec calls just to be like, what do we do? Campbell.
The less you maneuver a remote-controlled missile,
He's
the faster
telling
it
me
will
about
fly.
the Nikita
Remember that if
missile
you want to fire the
because
missile
he's
over a
not
greater
very
distance-
bright. How about Master Miller likes telling people about fighting, so I'm gonna call him.
He's just playing with you. Why don't you try throwing away your weapons?
Yeah, I forgot about how curt a lot of these people are. Like, they're just like, just do this. Sometimes. Meryl, she's probably not gonna respond. Let's find out. No, I'm wrong.
Ninja? I've never heard of any member of Foxhound like that. But you're gonna have to do something about him if you want to save Dr. Emmerich.
Honestly, I'm just doing this as a brief tour to be like, hey, who will help me? Does anybody have anything interesting?
Look at him move. He must have some kind of powered exoskeleton.
Powered exoskeleton? You mean like prosthetic arms and legs?
No, there is a fundamental difference. Prosthetics are intended to compensate for lost body limbs. The exoskeleton replaces human flesh with machinery to produce a weapon more powerful than a mere human.
War machine, huh?
I heard rumors about the experiments, but I had no idea that such a creature really existed.
And then, of course, if you call Deep Throat, no response. Alright, we're firmly back here in Boss Fight Land. Speak to me about what you will.
Yeah, like, Huey Emmerich is the worst human being. And he gets continuously worse. Like, at first you're like, okay, he's on the level, and then Ground Zeroes happens, and you're like, okay, so obviously he fucked up.
Hey,
by
let's
calling the
just take
inspectors.
a brief moment here. Earlier you said, and then there's his dad.
Right.
Before he's even introduced into the series, he is written as, my dad drowned himself because I slept with his wife. That is the first thing we know about Huey Emmerich. Oh, and also he almost took my stepsister with him.
Right? So, he's not a good guy.
Ouch. So yeah, go ahead.
But like, when you first meet Huey Emmerich, you're like, okay, so what hurt this man to the point where he does the things that he's described to have done?
Right.
And it turns out he's just a shitbag. That's it.
Pretty
There's
much.
no other moral.
He's Otacon if Otacon were just like, I guess I'll just keep doing bad things for bad people and like whatever, I'm too scared to do anything else about it.
And that's the thing. Huey Emmerich isn't scared of
Sometimes
the
he
people.
is.
He's more scared of not getting notoriety.
Well, it depends on his situation, because oftentimes, at least in the last game or the last few, he's not working for them on purpose.
Right.
Like,
Well, I think-
any time with Diamond Dogs, it's just like really awkward or being tortured. But then there was that time when he fucking, what was it? He made Zeke. It's just like, yo, I did
Right.
this. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was here. You guys didn't save me fast enough.
And honestly, it's because he's an opportunist and a manipulator. He knows that his knowledge is valuable. He knows that the people that he's working for aren't gonna kill him outright as long as he cooperates. And he doesn't care what he's cooperating for or why. He wanted to put his kid in the robot. He wanted to be Gendo Ikari from Evangelion.
All right, I forgot about that. Like, there's so much about Peace Walker I forgot.
Well, it's like Peace Walker doesn't even get into that. That's just like a cutscene from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, it's one of the tapes. He kills what's
He
her
kills
face?
Strangelove, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, I didn't do it.
And then there's like, we have the tapes, motherfucker, and he's like, oh.
You guys are the bad guys. You're sending me out on the boat. It's your fault.
I liked when when you're sending him out in a boat, one of his last arguments is like, you're keeping a wolf in here, but everyone insists he's a dog! Or something. I forget the exact phrasing. It's really, really pathetic.
When did this version come out?
Oh god.
Is this 2003? Maybe
That's what
4?
I'm gonna look up right now.
It definitely still feels old because just like the original boss fight, this doesn't feel very good to do.
Published in 2004, actually.
Okay, 2004? Alright. Oh wait, that's a trap. Fuck you. Like,
I remember
even...
that.
What's up?
I remember the trick was to like tap the punches, and some people could get an infinite, but I could never get that timing down.
It's kind of weird because each time you try, even if I do the kick combo, he gets pushed too far away for me to finish it.
Right.
So I can do 3 punches, but then he just like falls over. Oh man, dude, I'm trying to hurt you more. Yeah, I don't know how you would do an infinite unless it's just like absurdly specific. Which
Yeah, I think it's
probably-
based off the first punch.
I will like this.
It's sort of like bah 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 bah.
Yeah, he always stops after 3 when I try, even if I don't do the second punch.
It could just be again me remembering MGS1 more.
Probably. He didn't do the crazy shitty attack when he like kneels or whatever. Alright, it's cussing.
I felt that, Snake. Do you remember me now?
It can't be. You were killed in Zanzibar. What? Not again. What's happening?
Losing myself.
Is it over? Colonel, that ninja is Gray Fox. No doubt about it.
Ridiculous. You yourself in Zanzibar land.
Yes. He should have been killed, but he's still alive.
What?
It happened before I joined Foxhound's medical staff. They were using a soldier for their gene therapy experiments.
I never heard that.
It happened right after you retired. My predecessor, Dr. Clark, was in charge.
Dr. Clark?
Yes. He started the gene therapy project.
And where is he now?
He was killed in an explosion in his lab 2 years ago.
So what about this soldier?
Apparently, for their test subject, they decided to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar land.
And that was Gray Fox?
But he was already dead.
Yes. But they revived him. They fitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plaything. Today's genome soldiers were born from those experiments.
That's the sickest thing I've ever heard.
They used him to test all sorts of gene therapy techniques.
Naomi, why didn't you tell us about this sooner?
Because it's confidential information.
Is that the only reason?
Naomi, what happened to Gray Fox after that?
The record said he died in an accident.
I see. But even if that ninja is Gray Fox, the question is, why?
From what I could tell, he didn't know who he was.
You're saying he's just living off his will to fight?
I'm not sure, but he seems intent on fighting me to the death. We'll meet again. I know it.
So you'll fight again? Until you kill him?
I'd rather not, but maybe that's what he wants. How long are you gonna stay in there?
Huh? Are you one of them?
No, I'm not. I always work alone.
Alone? Are you an otaku too?
Come on, get out. We can't stay here forever.
Your uniform's different from theirs.
You're the Metal Gear Rex chief engineer, Hal Emmerich, right?
You know me?
I heard about you from Meryl.
Oh. So you're here to rescue me?
Sorry, but no. There's something that I've got to do first.
Oh. Well, at least you're not one of them.
Are you hurt?
I'm okay. I just twisted my ankle a little trying to get away.
Well, if that's all, it's nothing to worry about. I want to ask you something. I need information about Metal Gear.
Huh? Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
It's a mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles. Only for defensive purposes, of course.
Liar! I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
Nuclear? What are you talking about?
The terrorists are planning to use Metal Gear to launch a nuclear missile. You telling me you didn't know?
Aren't they just trying to use the TMD missile module to launch a disabled nuclear warhead?
Wrong. From the beginning, the purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's nuclear launch capability using a dummy nuclear warhead. The terrorists are just continuing the work you started.
No, you're wrong.
I heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
No. A nuclear missile on Rex?
So you really didn't know?
No. All the armament was built by a separate department, and the President personally supervised the final assembly with the main unit.
President Baker?
Yeah. I was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I only know it's equipped with a Vulcan cannon, a laser, and a railgun.
A railgun, you said?
Yeah. It uses magnets to fire bullets at extremely high velocities. The technology was originally developed for the SDI system and later scrapped. We were successful in miniaturizing it in a joint venture between Arms Tech and Rivermore National Labs. The railgun is on Rex's right arm.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear missiles. You sure you're not forgetting something?
It's true that Metal Gear has a missile module on his back that can carry up to 8 missiles, but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
Yeah, but that's not all, I think. If Metal Gear fired only standard nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
No. Could it be? Metal Gear's co-developer, Rivermore National Labs, was working on a new type of nuclear weapon. They were using NOVA and NIF laser nuclear fusion testing equipment and supercomputers.
So they developed a new type of nuclear weapon in a VR testing lab, huh?
Yes, but you can't use virtual data on a battlefield. They would need actual launch data. These are some of the supercomputers. If you link these, you can test everything in a virtual environment. But it's all just theoretical.
So, this exercise was designed to test the real thing.
What did our president do? If the terrorists launched that thing? No. Damn! Damn! I'm such a fool. It's all my fault. The truth is, my grandfather was part of the Manhattan Project. He suffered with the guilt for the rest of his life. And my father? He was born on August 6th, 1945.
The day of the Hiroshima bomb. God's got a sense of humor, all right.
3 generations of Emmerich men. We must have the curse of nuclear weapons written into our DNA. I used to think that I could use science to help mankind. But in the end, I was the one being used. Using science for peace? That's only an anime.
That's enough crying. Pull yourself together. Where is Metal Gear? Where on this base are they keeping it?
Rex is in the underground maintenance base.
Where's that?
North of the communications tower. But it's a long way there.
The emergency override system for the detonation code is there too?
Yeah, in the base's control room. You'd better hurry. If they were planning a launch from the start, then their ballistic program is probably finished. And since they haven't called for me in a few hours, they must not need me. In other words, they must be ready to launch.
Meryl's got the detonation code override keys. We'll link up with her.
If we can't override the launch, we'll have to destroy Rex. I'll show you the way.
On that leg of yours, you'll just slow me down.
You'll need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
I don't need you. I just need your brain.
I created Rex. It's my right, my duty to destroy him.
If you get a chance, try to escape. When the coast is clear, I'll contact you by codec.
How am I supposed to escape from an island?
Okay.
So what then?
I want you to hide somewhere and keep me informed. You know this place well, don't you?
Of course I do. And don't worry, I've got this. It's the same stealth technology as the Ninja. Foxhound was gonna use them, but with this I'll be fine. Bad leg and all.
Good. But I want Meryl to watch after you too. Meryl, the engineer's okay.
That's a relief.
I want you to look after him. Where are you now?
Very close. There she is. Oh no! Damn, they spotted me!
Meryl, what happened? Something's wrong.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of music?
What did she look like?
She was wearing the same green uniform as the terrorists. If she's disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact her when she's alone, huh? There's only one place where we can be sure she's by herself.
Where's that?
Don't be so dense. Here, use this security card. It's security level 4.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
What's wrong? You get all friendly all of a sudden.
No, nothing. Just glad you're okay.
You're strange.
I'm a little nervous. Everyone else I've saved suddenly dies.
You're bad luck.
Forget it, Doctor.
Call me Otacon.
Otacon?
It stands for Otaku Convention. An otaku is a guy like me who likes Japanimation. Japan was the first country to successfully make bipedal robots. They're still the best in the field of robotics.
And Japanese cartoons played some part in that?
They did. I didn't get into science to make nuclear weapons, you know.
Yeah, that's what all scientists say.
I became a scientist because I wanted to make robots like the ones in the Japanese animes. Really, it's true.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
You're right. We have to take responsibility. Science has progressed because there is war. And because of scientists' greed, weapons of mass destruction were born. But that's all over. I won't take part in murder anymore.
Whatever. All I want from you is information.
Sure. I know everything about this whole base. Ask me anything about Rex or about this place. Also, with this stealth camouflage, I can sneak in and out of the armory and mess hall. If you need ammo or rations, just tell me and I'll bring them to you. I'm on frequency 141.12. See you later.
Alright, I have to look and find where I put my controller down. Because... oh, there it is. Alright, I'm ready... Not ready. I'm ready to conclude this soon. But let's take a look at the little Easter eggs in here. Mario and Yoshi were photobombing us that whole time.
Right.
I don't remember if Mario makes a noise. He does. Oh, and it's his one-up. And then Yoshi makes a Yoshi noise. Walk over here, they got the GameCube set up and a Wavebird. I've never actually used a Wavebird before, and this one looks pretty chunky. That's fun. Can I shoot it? I can. I like how with the Metal Gear Solid 2 style, there's just all sorts of stuff that you could fuck with. Like, fuck this TV, it's gone now. I actually don't know if there's anything else for fun little shit in here. I can't use an AI upres mod for this, so I don't know if this math right here makes sense and if Kara can interpret it properly because it's too blurry. But I see some integrals and shit, and Yeah, I can't read this. I literally can't read this. And once upon a time, I would have been able to figure out a little bit of that math, but I took calculus 800 billion years ago.
Yeah, that's all Greek to me.
Got some SOCOM bullets. You said P count 1 earlier. He peed himself twice in that scene?
Oh, I must have missed. So it
Yeah.
was like in the one after another. Okay. So
Yeah, he started with 1, and then after the bullet got cut in 2, and showed up, then you like almost hit him. P count number 2, which is like, damn, dude, you didn't finish the first time.
Like he was like, all right, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm gonna stop. This is embarrassing. And then the bullet was split in front of him, and he was just like, nope, let it go.
What an entrance for Otacon. She's like, are you an otaku too? It's like, Otacon, are you? What?
The only thing that would have made that goofier is if Snake was like, I've watched Gundam.
I've watched
fan.
Gundam. That's some sort of Japanese cartoon, right? Just well beat communication. Did I don't remember if I got a better. Okay, I did get a better key card, so I think this is worth my time coming in here.
I find that Gundam's portrayal of war is very interesting. Not realistic, but the psychological drama that plays out is very fascinating. I play dating sims, Snake. Do you play dating sims? No. That's for weebs.
There's no place for dating sims on the battlefield.
On the battlefield, you don't think about what waifu to waifu.
I only think about boat girls.
So I think that Snake would play Azure Lane. He would lie about it too. He would be like, battleships.
But they're women too?
Dangerous technology.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and load into where we gotta go next. And then I'll call him from there, get us a nice proverb, and then pick this up another day.
Yeep.
Here I am. Mailing. Send us off.
Snake, there's an old Chinese saying. A scholar who cherishes the love of comfort is not fit to be deemed a scholar. Einstein said it another way. He said that only a life lived for others is worth living. That's why I entered MIT instead of CMU or Princeton like my friends. I wanted to do applied physics, not just theoretical stuff. I wanted to make things for people. The Soliton radar system, or the Codec system. I just wanted to make something that would be useful for people. I think that it was the same for Dr. Emmerich too. But he was used like a tool, used to make a horrible killing machine. Maybe it would be better if engineers like us just stopped making things. I don't know.
No, you're wrong. There's at least one person whose life has gotten better as a result of your inventions. Me.
Huh?
Without the Codec, I wouldn't be able to talk to you like this.
Thanks, Snake.
Though then again, Mailing, with the Soliton radar and the codec, you are enabling the murder of many more people, but don't think about it. And she didn't have an additional proverb for us. Alright, that's gonna do it.
Right on.
So, goodbye.
Bye.